When you are being judged, you have this opportunity to try on, to wear that villain crown and just allow somebody else to think that you are bad and wrong. And when you do that, you can assess whether or not it fits. In the podcast, I talk about how I was kicked out of a group recently for their bylaws. Their community included that members were in some way not able to express themselves immodestly, profanely, or promiscuously, or something like that. And so apparently I violated that with my public brand and whatever. And this was hugely triggering for me on many levels because I'm used to being judged for my scientific and intellectual perspectives. And I'm new to being judged for the way that I comport myself as a woman, and publicly anyway. So when I tried that on, I tried on the immodesty and I was like, yeah, kind of fits. I mean, look at what I'm wearing now, skin tight crop top. Okay. So that's arguable if we're going to default to the conventional social definitions. The profanity, yeah, I have an absolute trucker mouth and I grew up in New Jersey. It's just in the water there. I don't know. And I haven't really expressed so much of that publicly until recently as I integrate this and just play with like, will I experience terminal cancellation if I am actually who I am? The promiscuity thing, I was like, that doesn't fit. This is just not accurate. So that just slid off. So there I have this opportunity to really see and then make a choice and assess my choices with a sober mind and a clear heart. So when we judge others, and I argue this is a very adaptive thing for us to do, it's part of our assessment. In those judgments, there's a lot of gold because you are interacting with someone who's holding a part of you. And the more sensation you have about the judgment, the more that part is just ripe for reclamation. Usually these judgments of others fall into two categories, but I'm sure there's infinite categories. But let's say one of them is something, some way of being that you do not feel you have permission to be because of the rules you were raised in. I have a long history of judging women that I experience as being easily overwhelmed and incapable of managing their lives and basically incompetent. I would feel judgmental of women who can't get their shit together because the way that I was raised, that is not allowed. And you would lose love, I would say, particularly from my father, but I would lose love for being incapable or slow or stupid or whatever the things. And I got love when I performed in this predictable, achievement-oriented way, productivity-oriented way. So I don't have permission to be that woman. It's either something you don't feel you have permission to be. And the more restrictive our permission field is, the more we are going to be in this dance. So there's a lot of room with this experience of judgment to basically ask, how am I this person? Or how do I want to be this person? What if I secretly want to be this person? And that really flips it on its head because no longer is it about how you're good and they're bad, how you get it and they don't, and how imperative it is on some level that they get it so that you feel more comfortable in the world and they're not reminding you of the you that didn't get it before, that you are yourself actually judging still and in rejection of.